Yo, what's going on? Kamikaze Soundwaves here, and I'm back at you with a unboxing and a review of a product that I just purchased. And that product is Blackweb's 32-inch smart soundbar, and it also has Google Assistant built into it. So there are a couple reasons why I picked this thing up. First and foremost, it's kind of the price. It's in the $70 range. There's a couple of other soundbars that float around in the $70 range, but most of them don't have the Google Assistant built in, and this does. So that was also another reason I picked it up. I've been also kind of debating going back and forth of getting a little Google Hub. We've put some around in the house, and they're very convenient just for settling debates and asking it questions, setting alarms and stuff like that. So I kind of wanted to put one in my office, but so another big reason is I kind of wanted to put surround sound in here. In my game office, I have moved quite a bit of things around, and I'll do a video on that hopefully around November. I like to do that kind of towards the end of the year. But I've essentially put a futon couch in my room to make things a little bit more comfier when it comes to console gaming. But basically the layout of my room is completely different, and I kind of wanted to incorporate some surround sound because now I have enough room where me and my kids can kind of come in here and watch movies together, which that was kind of the idea behind it as well. So I've kind of wanted to throw some surround sound in here. Now this room is not very big, so something like this is pretty ideal and will probably work pretty great for the size of my room. So without further ado, let's go ahead and box this thing, plug it up, and get going with the testing of the sound and so on and so forth. Let's go. So I'm going to be unboxing this on my new futon area type thing. This is a rather large package.
That's what she said.
That had to be done. It just had to be done. So I'm going to unbox it over here, and we'll go ahead and see what we got in store here for $68. Actually, there's no tape on this. It's really surprising. Now, I did get this from Walmart, and like I said, there are a couple of other $70 sound bars out there. But this one seemed pretty ideal for my situation, and I really kind of want to get one with a subwoofer, but didn't have it. But I really like the idea that it has the Google Assistant in it. I've been kind of wanting to get one of those. I thought they were kind of pointless until we actually got one. But it is really cool to have just a Google thing right there in some of your rooms to take care of certain things for you. So this is the sound bar itself coming out of the box. Pretty much first thing you got. I'm not looking for a wow factor here with unboxing and presentation. So this is kind of what we're working with here. And there might be a lot of hair all over my futon. I do have a husky, and even though he doesn't barely come in this room, he leaves hair everywhere. Alright, so this is the sound bar. Looks like a pretty regular standard sound bar there. I don't think, I mean, it's not bad looking. It looks pretty cool. So what we do have is left and right here. Thing for power, optical. My TV is insanely old. I haven't gotten with the times as far as the TVs go, but this does have aux. My TV does have an aux on it, so we're pretty much going to be plugging it up through that. So the options that it does give you to plug it up right out of the box is optical and aux. I guess if you needed a left and right, you'd have to provide that for yourself. But of course, the power, optical, and aux. I will be going with aux, and I understand that's not going to be ideal for surround sound. It's not going to give the best sound. But for the time being, until I upgrade my TV in my office, that is what I'll be stuck with. So this is a sound bar. It's got some buttons on top, but we got power. Not quite sure what this is. It's got an arrow pointing into a box. I guess I'll figure that out in a minute. But we got plus and minus, which obviously has to be sound. And it looks like we can turn off our Google Assistant. So maybe if we just don't want this thing to respond or ask us questions and we just want to use it as a sound bar, you could use it like that as well. But I do want to use the Google Assistant. All right, what else we got in the box? We've got some toilet paper instructions, product guide, blah, 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 how to plug it up, yeah. That's pretty much what you're working with. Don't need that shit. I'll probably be actually pulling that out in a few minutes to try to actually figure this out. But it looks like we got our power supply here. Bam, power supply. This does take DC 18 volt, which is really weird. I really, when these products are this day and age still using these type of plugs, it blows my absolute mind. Looks like we got some cushiony things here, I guess, to if you not scratch up whatever you're setting it on. So there's that. It actually does provide left and right. Okay. All right, not bad. Okay, so it does provide that. It comes with a remote. I would suppose the battery is probably already in here. It's like a watch battery. And then when that dies, it'll die. I'm not going to replace that. Maybe this thing will be bomb, who knows. That you could optical audio and aux audio imports. Oh, okay, it has imports for those, but it does not provide them. Fantastic. But it looks like it gives you the left and right. Looks like I read that wrong there. So you are not getting those cords in here. If you want an optical cord, you're gonna have to purchase that yourself. That's a little disappointing. That's me being a retard. I just read that wrong. So this is pretty much the only thing that's provided in the box at this point is this right here, which is your left and right, which again doesn't give true surround sound, kind of more of a left and right. I think optical is probably the best bet, but this is what you're getting right here. This may not even work for me, but I do understand that it has aux. I have an aux cord. I can just plug that up and use that. So let's go ahead and plug this thing up and see what we got going with sound quality. So the microphone quality from this part of the video might be a little bit different. I'm actually going to be using the microphone that's on my actual camcorder because my Yeti doesn't reach all the way over here. So this is the bar. This is about what it looks like. This is a 32-inch TV. So it's pretty much ideal for this kind of TV setup. I do have a couple little mini consoles and the Pi back here and my Elgato, which really won't interfere with it. I can still kind of run the cords and stuff, so it's pretty great. It doesn't really block up anything of the picture as far as anything. So I think it looks pretty good as aesthetic for this. So now I just need to plug it up and plug up the sound and we'll see what we got going. All right, so I had to do a lot of fiddling around with a lot of shit. My son actually helped me because I was getting kind of frustrated, but he helped me set up the Google Assistant thing, so that's set up. Also, everything had to go through aux, basically. And my TV's really weird. So it has a aux portion on the back, so that's the way that I plugged it up, is the red and white, but it goes in aux. Now here's the thing, I can't turn down the volume on the TV and just use a soundbar. I have to have the TV volume on partially in order for this to work. So even turning down the volume even close to end will not let this produce the sound that I want it to, so I have to have the volume up on the TV a little bit, which means I have to crank this up a little bit more in sound, because what happens is you can kind of hear the sound from the TV in this, and the sound on this is a little delayed, so there's two different sounds. But as long as you crank this up and get your volume levels right, you can't barely hear the TV. But if you have aux cord and you don't have an old TV like mine, you probably even wouldn't have half the issues that I'm having as far as plugging it up. But it does work what's provided out of the box. It depends on what your TV setup is. Mine was a little hard to get going, but I do got it. Now, a couple of other things. It does come with this remote. The lights on the front do mean different things for different settings. So I will say this, I repeat, do not throw this thing away until you figured it out. I'm pretty sure you can find stuff online as well. But the different lights on the front means that it's outputting to different things, so it does matter. So I would highly suggest not throwing these to the side like I did. But anyway, we've got it going ahead and working, so we're going to go ahead and test it out. So we'll go ahead and start off with the, okay Google. Got the Google Assistant. What time is it?
It's 10:35.
No. So same thing like any Google Assistant, set alarm, tell you what the time is, temperature, all that fun shit. That's a little bit of a portion while I've got it, but the biggest portion I got is for actual surround sound. So I've already played around a little bit while I was trying to get it, but I'll give you a little test sound. I have both my microphones going. I'm using this one that's actually on my camera right now as I'm speaking, because this one's just too far away and I can't get it close to me. But I'm going to go ahead and play a little bit of this game. I'm playing Bulletstorm right now. I just randomly started it the other day. But I'm going to go ahead and play like a couple seconds of that and let you kind of get the quality of the sound. We'll crank it up a little bit.
Hold it together. Base camp up ahead.
So I will say that I'm using aux on this, and I've cranked it up. I can't crank it up super loud because it's pretty late in my house right now, and my kids are trying to sleep and what have you, but it is loud. My room is not very big, so it's very ideal and works very great for the space that I have it in. It sounds really, really great. It's, I kind of wish I would have gotten one with a subwoofer, but honestly, that's kind of would be overkill for this room anyway. But I've set back, I've cranked it up, not as loud as I'd like it to. I can probably test the real depths of turning it up for long periods of time tomorrow. But as it stands right now, it's pretty damn decent, pretty loud. It definitely incorporates the room, and it gives a little bit of that oomph to it. The speakers sound really, really good, really, really clear. And it just gives, it just like any other surround sound soundbar. But I do think that this one, for the price, probably not the top of the line, but for a budget price and for the size in my room and what I'm looking for to do, I think it's fantastic. Built-in Google Assistant is also a definite plus. I am one of those for a while anyway, so it's actually pretty dope that it's in there. All right, in conclusion, the Blackweb 32-inch smart soundbar. I would say it's a pretty damn good soundbar for the price. I mean, these Google Home things, I think the cheapest things that those go for are like about $30 as it is. And then now you're getting a soundbar for your TV if you didn't have one. So I think it's a pretty damn good combination of two things for the price that it is. It's $68 and some change, which comes out to about $72. So I've actually really been looking for surround sound after I've redone my room, and I really wanted to go with a Vizio one because they had the subwoofer, but after really thinking about it, I think that might just be overkill for in here. Now the little bit of time that I spent with this sound bar, cranked it up a little bit, it's a hell of a difference from TV. Now I know there's a lot of people out there, just use your headphones, and I do around this time at night, but I'm also more of a surround sound guy. I have a very epic setup, so surround sound in my living room, and I absolutely love it. Just watching movies with surround sound just completely changes all of the movie experience for me. So I love surround sound, and I've incorporated my room where I can bring my kids in here and we can have fun together and watch movies and play games and stuff like that. So the surround sound is definitely a plus. So I'm pretty happy with the purchase. I will say once again, it's a little configured stupidly, but my TV is very old and very awkward. I did get it running not exactly the way that I would want. Maybe your setup would be a lot easier and cleaner depending on what your TV has. But do not throw these away. You probably will need them. But for the most part, all I can really say is it's a solid purchase. I can't really knock it for the price and what's there. Google Assistant is an amazing thing to have. Maybe over, a little bit too much for some people. I think it is for me, but I also think it's kind of cool at the same time. But I'll incorporate it a little bit in my life now that I have one officially in my office. But that's all I really got on it. I hope y'all enjoyed the review and of this thing. And if you're looking for a sound bar, if you're looking for a Google Assistant or anything like that, I hope maybe I helped you make a better choice and decision on what to buy. And if maybe this is for you, maybe you found the right review to help you purchase it, or maybe this isn't what you're looking for and you'll find something else, and I hope you do. But anyways, Kamikaze Soundways, much obliged for watching. I do appreciate it. Y'all have a good one, and I will catch you out over in the next one. Later.